a fundraising event much like this, and it was an election year following 2 terms of a Republican administration, and the race then too was very tight, and the stakes were very high, and that man told the crowd, "Some say it's time for change. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are the change," and that man was Ronald Reagan, and his words are same sentiment there. John McCain, and we are taking our cause for reform to every voter of every background in every region of America. And whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or an independent, maybe no party at all, we're asking for your vote because it is going to be a hard-fought battle here in Florida. And yeah, the polls do show us close. It's going to come right down to the wire. But with your support, Florida, we will win, and we will win for you, and we'll put government back on the side of the people. So I had so wanted to visit Florida even earlier, a few days earlier, but I had an appointment in St. Louis that just wouldn't wait. Debate with Senator Joe Biden, and I was so proud to get to make the case for Senator John McCain. And as I explained to Senator Biden, John McCain is the only man in this race who will solve our economic crisis and not exploit it. And he's the only man in this race who will actually have a plan and implement it that will help working families. He'll do that by cutting our taxes, and he'll get our economy back on track. And he's the only man in this race also who talks about the wars that America is fighting, and he's not afraid to use the word victory. After speech about the wars that America is fighting, I would just love to hear even once Barack Obama say that he wants to see America win. John McCain knows what it takes to win a war. He's served our nation in uniform proudly for 22 years. Remember, 5.5 years as a POW. In fact, it was after graduating from the Naval Academy that he was stationed right here in Florida, and it was in your skies that he learned and he trained. Senator McCain believes in our troops. He believes in our troops' mission. He fought for the strategy that has brought victory in Iraq so close. We are on the cusp of. We can't retreat now. We don't quit now. And that's the kind of man I want as Commander-in-Chief. 29 days is going to be the time for choosing in this election. Here's how I look at the choice that we face. In politics, there are some candidates who use change just to promote their career, and then there are those leaders like John McCain who uses his career to promote change. And Florida, you know that this is a time when principles and political independence mean a lot more than a party line. And John McCain is his own man. He is the maverick. And he doesn't run with the Washington herd. And he and I don't just talk about change. We're the only candidates in this race with a track record of making change happen. As a mayor and as a governor, I reminded people that government is not the answer. Too often, government is the problem. So we got back to basics where I am from, and we put government back on the side of the people. As mayor, I eliminated taxes on small business inventory and eliminated